Hi besties and welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Delight and I do lifestyle content mostly in the form of vlogs. So if you're new to this channel, please hit the subscribe button to become part of the family. If you're already a subby, a bestie, thank you so much for always coming back. And please guys, don't forget to engage, like, comment, share this video with your friends so that they can also share with their friends and we grow this family. So thank you so much guys for being part of this family. I just woke up guys and yeah, I'm going to take you guys along with me as I clean the house and stuff. So besties, now I'm going to have breakfast. I'm having sweet potatoes and round nuts. Basically mbambaira and nyumo in Shona. So this is what I'm having. And a cup of rooibos without milk, just sugar. So that's what I'm having. Brunch. Because it's already after 12. So yeah. Morning guys, and welcome back to another day in the vlog. So today it's Tuesday the 17th of June, and I was just making my bed and I had plans to do my laundry, but because of the whole load shedding situation, we don't have water running out of our taps. And I don't know if it's the same issue with you guys if you stay in Zimbabwe, because since Thursday or Friday power goes just before 6 and then comes back at 9 after 8 p.m. because before 6 a.m. in the morning, and then comes back in the evening. Yesterday, I think power came back around to 9 in the evening. Yeah, somewhere around that time. And my lips are dry. Today, it was even worse. I think power went out at around 5:09. Yeah. And I don't know what time power is going to come back. We don't have load shedding schedules. We don't have load shedding schedules here in Zimbabwe. They just cut the power anytime they feel like, and then it comes back when they feel like it. So we don't really have a proper schedule. Bestie, so it's later on in the day and I was just having my coffee and listening to a sermon by Pastor Michael Todd. His church is called Transformation Church. It's based in the United States. So I was listening to his sermon. I watched part 1 of the sermon. Part 1, okay. The series is called Mustard Seed, the seed that can change everything. So I watched the first part, which was Don't Waste Your Faith. It was talking about how we should not waste our faith on things that need discipline, that need integrity, things that just need for us to use a budget and all that stuff. And I was talking about how we waste our faith on things that we can just control by changing our habits some of the time. So that's what we was talking about in the first part. So today was part 2 of the sermon, and the part 2 is called Audacious Faith, which is the access to my authority. That is the sermon. And he was quoting so many verses. I cannot give you the verses because he was quoting so many verses. So yeah, he said something about having the audacity, and he talks about how audacity, for you to have audacious faith, you should have authority. For someone to have the audacity maybe to come up with you and say something and do something, it's because they have the authority to do it. So then he quotes the Bible verses that talks about how Jesus was given all the authority, which is Matthew 28 verse 18. And then he goes on to read Luke 10 verse 19, which talks about how Jesus transferred the authority that he was given. He transferred it to us so that we can also have that kind of authority. So if we have that kind of authority, we have the audacity, we have the access to do so many things. It talks about how we should never limit our faith because we think things can only go a certain way, because we take our Christian walk like it's realistic. It's not realistic. Our Christian walk is based on faith, and faith is nothing realistic about faith. He was talking about how you should also not limit your dreams, your goals to the fact that you will need a certain amount of money. You should just have faith. There's a goal that you want to achieve. There's a dream that you have. God put that in your head. It doesn't matter how much money you have at that time. It doesn't matter what your circumstances at that time. So you should just have faith, and where there is faith, God provides. Because where He leads, He provides. So that's basically what He was talking about. And I was like, I need to share with you guys. And He also talks about how having audacious faith, like the high level of faith, makes you an anomaly most of the times, because we're not meant to be like everyone else. We're made to shine. We're meant to stand out. We are like a city built on a hill. You cannot hide that. Like everyone can see that. So I was talking about how that can make you an anomaly. When you walk into a room, the atmosphere changes. When you step into places, wherever you go, maybe it's your workplace, it's in your friendships, your families, anywhere you go, you need to change the atmosphere. That shows that you have audacious faith. You have that kind of authority that commands the room, that turns everything upside down. So that's basically what he was sharing. I cannot share everything with you guys, but yeah. If you love listening to sermons, I think you should look for this series called The Mustard Seed. Oh my God. This is beautiful. Like, this is stunning. It's a different take on faith. We have read about faith so many times. We've read about the mustard seed so many times. I think we all know how small the mustard seed is, and we have heard the story so many times, but I think his interpretation of this story was amazing. It's remarkable. And I also read, I think it was last year or the year before that, when I read a book by Pastor Stephen Fettig. The book is called Sun Stand Still. It also talks about faith, like that crazy level of faith. I love that book so much, and it also talks about how we should go back to the Bible, which is our manual for the life that we live. The Bible is our manual, so we should always go back to the Bible when you have a problem, when you have something that we need to tackle, because that is our manual. That's how we should live our life. The Bible guides us on how we should live our life. So yeah, I just thought that I should share that with you guys. And yeah, then he also, there's a statement that I love the most. He said, when you step into audacious faith, you are not lonely, you are leading. That's what he said. Like, it will look like you're lonely, you don't have other people, because you're not made to fit in, you're made to stand out. So you're not lonely, you're leading. You're just leading. So that's what he said. And also said that sometimes criticism from men is not a correction from God. And sometimes, most times actually, when people criticize you a lot, it's proof that God has chosen you for something great. So that's what I wanted to share with you guys. So whatever you do, whether it's your congregation journey, whatever you do, it just made me realize how much we undermine or we downplay our faith. Because it talks about how, as Christians, Christianity is not about asking for more than we already have. Christianity is about believing that we have everything that we need. We just need to add it so that we can use it. So yeah, that is 2 Peter 1 verse 3, which talks about how God has given us everything we need to live a godly life. So we just need to use our faith to uncover it, to discover it, like to bring these things into existence. So that's what I just wanted to share with you guys. I know there are probably maybe 20 of you who are going to watch this part, but yeah, for all those people who are going to watch this, but I'm super proud of you. I'm happy for you. I know that you're going to achieve everything that you put your mind to, because you have that kind of faith, and you know the kind of power, the kind of authority that God has instilled in you. So yeah, thank you guys for listening and coming to my TED Talk. So I'm defrosting the chicken. That's what I'm going to make for supper. And now I just need to wash the spinach. I prefer to wash it a few hours before I use it, because you know how spinach is. It drains out a lot of water. So if I wash it just before cooking, it's going to be It's going to be a lot of water coming out of the spinach. So I'm just going to wash it now, let it drain on this rake, and then I'll chop it up and cook it later. Please don't judge me. Good morning, besties, and welcome back to another day in the vlog. So today it's Saturday. I last spoke to you guys, I think it was on Monday or Tuesday, and then after that I had a terrible headache and other stuff, so that's why I'm only coming back to you today. So today it's Saturday, 21st of June 2025. So it's a Saturday, and yeah, I was just cleaning up some stuff, and now I have to clean the house. We chat about that later. So now I just need to clear up this and tidy up the house. There is a sports day at my parents' workplace, so they have tough staff games. I want to go there later. I don't know what time I'm going to go there because it's almost 10 now, and I'm here to clean the house, bath and go. So I'll see how that goes. So let's clear up and then I'll take you guys. Done with the mopping and I'm already tired, and I'm now going to apply floor polish. We use chatty, the white one or the lavender one, because we figured out that black or red floor polish is going to soil the furniture, the couches, the curtains and stuff. So we figured out that using white or lavender was going to solve us a lot of trouble, so that's why we use these colors which don't color anything. So let's get to that. bestie, so it's later on, and yeah, I think it's almost to 2 p.m. and I'm still in the house. I'm about to leave though, so I'm done getting ready. I just need to close the windows and curtains and then I'm out. So guys, I just wanted to talk to you guys about something. So you remember earlier I mentioned that I was cleaning up something before tidying up the house. So I was actually watching bedding that I sewed during the night. It was that time of the month. Tell me guys, is there anyone who experiences heavy flows the way that I do? On the first day, I have 2 alarms that I set. One is at 12 a.m., the other one is at 3 a.m. because those are the times that I normally wake up to do my midnight prayers. So I decided to put those times as the times that I wake up to change my pad. But then last night, I woke up at 12. I had gone to bed around 9 with a clean pad. I woke up at 12. I was late because I'd already sewed. The pad was already leaking. I was okay, it's fine. Then I went back to bed. Woke up at 3. I was late again for the second change for the night. So I just wanted to hear from you guys. Do you guys also experience those kinds of heavy flows? Because I experienced these heavy flows for as long as I can remember. I think ever since I started my period, I think about 18 years ago, because I started pretty early. I was in primary school when I started my period. They've always been quite heavy and I've tried to find help. I've actually tried to go to different gynaes. I've gone to different gynecologists and they've run so many tests, they've done scans and all that stuff. And I think the issue that you usually boil down to is hormonal imbalance. I remember there's a time this other gynae wrote for me this other medication and I went to the pharmacy. The medication was $300. And I was just like, there's no way I'm going to get money to pay for this drug. That might not actually work. Because he actually told me, I was like, this might work, this might not work. And I went into the pharmacy. When they told me the price, I was just like, And the pharmacist was actually like, you can actually try in SA, maybe it's cheaper that side. I never inquired about the price. If I still remember the name of the drug, I would have returned it here. Maybe you know where I can get it for a cheaper price. I don't know. Or maybe I need to go back to the gynae or see a different gynae for a consultation. So that is the issue that I'm facing. And the crazy part is that my period sometimes comes twice a month. It's sometimes irregular. It's a short cycle for the most part. And yeah, this heavy flow goes on for 5 to 7 days. That's how it is. And it's something that I've been praying about ever since I was in like Form 1. Because when I was in Form 1, that's when I was like, no, this is not normal. This cannot be a normal period. So I started praying about this ever since then. It's something that I always pray about. I've done fasting and all that stuff. So as I was watching a sermon, I think I mentioned earlier in this vlog that I'm watching a series by Pastor Mike Todd. Also watching the part where he was talking about the tragedy of trying. He was talking about how you might try so many times to do something, you might pray so many times about something, but then it never works out. So what then? And he was talking about how as Christians sometimes we stop trying or we stop doing something because we are scared to getting embarrassed, we are scared of disappointment. And so he was talking about how do you move on from that? How do you move on from that point where you say, I've tried praying about this, I've tried doing this, I've implemented this and that, I've prayed about this and all the stuff, and still doesn't work out. I was talking about how we should never stop trying, because the moment we stop trying, that means we stop believing that things are going to happen. And also the other thing is that our timeline, our time frame is not the same time frame that God uses, because God will answer at a certain time. And for some things, God doesn't answer your prayer at that time because he wants you to learn something. He wants you to actually be prepared for a miracle that you're preparing for. Maybe you're praying for a new job, you're praying for marriage, and God is actually saying that no, my child is not ready for this new stage in your life, so I need to prepare more. That's why sometimes it takes time. And for sometimes I think when we pray for things and they don't happen, it's because God is actually trying to redirect us into something else. I don't know what's the issue with this whole period thing. I've tried so many things. I've tried kindness, I've tried actually looking for spiritual help from pastors and stuff, and I never actually found a proper solution. So yeah, I think it's just one of those things where I've just accepted that I need to keep on praying and fasting about it. I don't need to tire, I don't need to stop, but at the same time, it's actually tiring to the body. I remember my doctor saying to me, you know that you're underweight. I was like, yeah, I think so. And it was just like you were, that time I was 10 kgs underweight because I was 53 kgs at that time and my normal weight was supposed to be 63. I was 63 kgs when I was in A level and I didn't feel big. I didn't have a big tummy. I didn't feel big because I was doing athletics. I was doing 100 meters, 200 meters. I was also doing 3,000 meters, which is 3 kilometers. And yeah, I never felt heavy when I was in high school, but that was my weight. I would go to the doctor and my weight was 63 kgs. And now I think I'm ranging between 53 to 56 kgs right now. That's why I was telling me that you're underweight. And I'm like, how do I solve this? Because I struggle with eating. I do struggle to eat. And you also mentioned that despite the issue of you struggling to eat, the main issue is that you are losing way too much blood every cycle, every period. I mean, you're losing too much blood, which means your body is is in distress, body's in distress. That's why I'm always on iron supplements. I don't like taking those things. Those things are irritating. Imagine taking them almost every day. And sometimes I have to take 2 a day just for my body to catch up, you know. So yeah, it's quite a stressful thing. I don't know from you guys if you've ever experienced heavy flows and found a solution or actually going through the same thing. What do you guys use in terms of pads? I've changed beds so many times. I'm now using Cortex. I've recently started using Cortex because someone recommended that Cortex as relics. I'll show you the one that I use. So I'm currently using this one. This is the Maxi Protect. It actually says 0% leakage. This is not as big as the all-nighter, but it's almost as big as the all-nighter. I even tried the all-nighter, and I don't know, because for a long time I thought that the issue was with the pads that I used, and for some time when I was in high school I was like, maybe it's the way that I place the pad on my pant and stuff. Then I realized that no, it's not about that. It's actually about my period. It's heavy. It's quite hectic. I don't want to lie to you. And it was very hard when I was going to work because imagine I was working underground. We were wearing white work suits, and in our workshop I was the only girl because it's an engineering workshop. I was the only lady in there. So you're going through something. You cannot maybe twice a month for many days actually give me an excuse that, oh, I'm on my period, I cannot go underground. Like, what kind of worker are you? So I would force myself to go down there, but I would always make sure that I had a spare work suit with me so that if I spilled it, the other one that I was wearing, I was going to wear the other one. That's how hard it was. And I remember someone advising me to not go underground when I was on my period. And I was like, it's not going to work. It's not going to work because my period is not regular and it lasts forever. And it doesn't work because I'm here to learn. In as much as I'm here to, and I'm also here to learn, I cannot give excuses every time because I'm someone who's trying to climb up the career ladder. So you cannot give excuses every time. It doesn't work like that. So if you guys know natural remedies or the kind of remedies that you used that actually worked for you if you have heavy periods, because I'm actually laughing now because my other doctor was like, don't worry, this will stop when you have kids. And I was like, when is that? It was like, very soon, I'm sure you'll be married first. And I was just like, no, that's not a solution. Even kids not a solution. Right now, I'm single, I'm not married, and I have no plans of having kids just yet because of my financial situation. I'm not working. This thing actually affects the way that I do everything. It affects my energy because I'm always low on energy. Now I'm underweight, I'm struggling to gain weight, and it also affects the way also affects my skin. And recently my skin is breaking out, so I'm sure you guys cannot see properly now, but my skin is breaking out so much because of the hormonal imbalance. Sometimes it's weird, sometimes it's not that bad, but yeah, that's what I have to deal with. So tell me guys in the comment section, what do you guys use on your periods, because I'm really struggling, and maybe your advice could help me, could help the next person, I don't know. And yeah, please just comment down below. Be a sister's keeper, please just comment down below what you actually do. If maybe you went to a gynae, what kind of medication did they prescribe? Not subscribe, oh, YouTuber. So yeah, just tell me what you used, and if you have heavy flows, how do you deal with this? I know you have to keep hydrated if you are having heavy flows because your energy will be low. Sometimes I feel dizzy, sometimes I feel nauseous, even to the point of vomiting. That's what happens sometimes. And most of the times I don't even feel like eating. Then I have cravings for dairy, for sweet stuff, more specifically ice cream. That's what I crave for most of the time. So tell me guys, what do you guys do? I'm sorry for, oh my god, it's now 11 minutes and I've been talking. I feel like this vlog I've been talking so much. But yeah, guys, just tell me, what do you use? What do you do when Auntie Flo is in town? So yeah, comment down below. Maybe it might help me. Now let me get ready and go out. I'm already late because my mom said she needs water and I'm still in the house. So I'm going to leave now. I'm going to take you guys along. This vlog also has to go up tomorrow, so which means after the sports I need to come back and edit so that the vlog is up at 9. Yeah, see you guys later. So we have arrived, besties. This is where I was coming. Now I just need to go and look for my parents. But we have arrived safely. It's not a long drive though. It's not actually a long drive. I could have walked here, but because of my period, I get so weak. Even my limbs are in pain. So yeah, I need to use the car. mukati zvaita here. Hi besties, so I'm now back home and we've come to the end of this vlog. If you like this video, please hit the subscribe button to become a part of the family. If you're already a subscriber, thank you so much. If you watched up until this end, thank you so much for being here yet again. See you on the next vlog, which will be on Wednesday or Friday. I'm not sure yet, but most probably on Friday because I want to shoot a Fashion Friday video. So most likely you guys are going to see me on Friday. Please do catch up on my previous vlogs. Love you.